Good afternoon and welcome to This Week in Starcraft. My name is Jeremy Olaman Reimer. I'm your host. This is my co-host, Zoe the Cat. I gotta tell you before we start the show, Zoe did the absolute most hilarious thing. Well, not the most hilarious thing, but a very hilarious thing. While I was waiting for the show, she was sleeping on the edge of the sofa right about here. And just like a big meatloaf just laying on there. And this is a kind of a slippery couch, and she actually slipped and fell on slightly about this far onto the bottom of the couch. And woke up and went, "Rawr." Anyway. Too bad we couldn't have captured that on camera. This is my weekly show, our weekly show, about the exciting world of professional StarCraft gaming. And it's just a little overview of what's happened this week to get you caught up if you haven't been keeping up. Or if you have, just a little review. So, starting off with the top news of this week, the biggest news is probably the announcement of one of the biggest non-gaming related sponsorships for the teams Evil Geniuses, Team Liquid, and Root Gaming by Papa John's Pizza. Now this is a big deal because mostly esports are funded by companies like Razer and SteelSeries and companies that make keyboards and mice and things like that. In Korea, you get more of the big name non-gaming related sponsors, but this is one of the first ones for North America. So the name of the sponsorship is Pizza GG. And turning to their website, the exciting news is that they had a series of tiers of rewards for people that ordered pizza. And it was planned to go for a couple of weeks, but all the 10 tiers were unlocked in only 4 days. So little things like giveaways, gift cards, mouse pads, shirts, things like that. And then as they got up, Liquid and EG and Root players will do Ask Me Anythings on Reddit, and there'll be some show matches, and we have Machine, Huck, and DeMuslim competing in a live stream pizza eating contest casted by DJ Wheat. EG in control, and Liquid TLO will switch teams for a week, act as head coaches in a special EG versus Liquid off-race show match. That should be absolutely crazy. And various other tiers. The top one, the community pizza party at the upcoming North American tournament. So, this is good news, I think, for pizza lovers and esports fans alike. Turning to the tournament results, you saw it on your screen just briefly there. It was a busy week today in the Premier League in Korea, and so let's take a look at those results. We had the semifinals for the Code S, that's the Premier League in Korea, and we had Seoulki defeat SOS. These were some strange matches. SOS, kind of a strange player, Seoulki, kind of a traditional player. And then we had the other semifinal. Everybody said Innovation would win 4-0, and it almost happened. Innovation was up 3-0, and poor Symbol decided to go for nothing but cheese, and it worked for 2 games, and it did not work the next game. So we also had some placement matches, players that are in the Challenger League trying to get back into Premier League. We had Roro and Kongho, formerly Lord Sierra, winning. And we also had Rain, the winner of the last OSL a long time ago, back in Wings of Liberty. We had Ragnarok beating Gumiho, Su beating Paralyzed, and Lena, or Bubyong beating Lena 2-0. WCS Europe had a bit of a slow week as their round of 8 is still due to start. So let's see who's going to be playing in the round of 8. It's going to be Happy versus Dimaga, That should be an exciting series. Happy's been playing really well lately, and Dimaga has also been playing well. He fell off a bit, but he's coming back with a vengeance. He was one of the best Zergs, foreign Zergs in Wings of Liberty. TLO versus MVP. This should be huge. TLO, fan favorite, very innovative player. MVP, the greatest player to ever play Wings of Liberty. Then we have Lucifron versus 4GG, a Terran versus Terran. Another huge match. Lucifron, as I mentioned last week, going undefeated so far in WCS. And finally we have Stefano, who is retiring in August, going up against Baby Knight, who has stunned everyone with his play. We also had in WCS Europe the Challenger Series, and we'll just go over the final round because that shows who actually made it directly back into Premier. We had MMA, who fell out surprisingly. Great Korean player, he's back in. Daishi doing really well, beating Strelok. We had Rhett coming back in, good for Rhett, Team Liquid player. The Korean player Shuttle was defeated by a few foreigners, oddly enough, but he's back in. And Bly doing well against Feast. Todd, in the first ever Premier appearance by a caster, Todd had been casting some matches in WCS Europe, beat Thorzane 2-0, so to go back into the Premier League. And Grubby, the World of War, the Warcraft 3 legend Grubby, defeating a bunch of players, including MC and Nurchio, to get back into Premier League. Good for Grubby. And surprisingly, Naniwa, our player of the week a few weeks ago, runner-up from DreamHack, falling to Tefel. So some surprising results there. And we're going to go back into the WCS America. It was a really busy week because they did all the round of 16s. Let's go through some of these results. We had Snoot and Alicia beating out Nesty and Sen. Surprising to see Nesty fall there. He would really wanted to do well in WCS America. And Snoot going 2-0. It was a big deal. The Team Liquid player recently added to Team Liquid's roster. In Group B, we had Crank and Moonglade going through. Moonglade is an Australian player who's always played very well, but the only non-Korean to hit the round of 8 so far. Well, no, Snoot is also non-Korean, but let's say the only, well, he's not American, he's not North American, he's Australian. The only Australian to go to the round of 8. Here's a quick interview with Moonglade about his win.
How do you feel? Really tough way through. How do you feel?
I feel so happy. I couldn't believe it that I made it through. I knew ZVT was my strongest matchup, so I figured if I got those two guys in a row, I'd be pretty good. So I guess I was lucky that Crank managed to beat them, though my games with Crank were pretty close. But yeah, I'm pretty happy with how it turned out.
When you saw the group.
Okay, so going into Group C, we had Hero and Revival beating out the Suppy and Starcraft. The American Suppy was playing really well. He's still going to school, and he had actually just finished his final exams. So it was a close series, and Hero played amazingly well in all of his games, beating out Scarlet, who went 0-2 and falls out of the round of 16. The final group was the all-Korean group, and we had Ryung and Alive beating out Polt. Violet had to withdraw due to visa issues, always a problem in StarCraft, those pesky visas. So the GSTL was active as well. We'll just go over those results. Startail winning against FX Open 4-1, and a lot of games in Pro League. We had EG Liquid winning over Samsung Con, good for EGTL. KT Roaster winning over Team 8 4-3, and CJ Antis beating out SK Telecom T1 4-3 as well. So let's just take a look at the standings for overall standings for Pro League. Yeah, Woongjin still in first place. They've been in first place forever. They're doing awesome. They have some amazing players. KT Roaster coming up on their heels. EGTL still at the bottom, the only foreign team in Pro League, foreign-owned team. But they're tied with Team 8 for 12 wins, so they're doing a little better. And as far as the GSTL goes, Axiom Acer, surprisingly, 4-1, at the top of the standings, and Prime, also surprisingly, down at 1-4. So, turning now to the Elephant Watch, which is a regular feature as of last week, is a regular feature on This Week in Starcraft. A little backstory. You may be wondering why there are two sets of team leagues shown there, the GSTL and Pro League. Pro League is the older tournament with the more established Korean teams under the Korean Esports Federation, or KESPA. And the GSTL is the newer upstart teams that switched to StarCraft 2 a little early. They're a little independent. They're not as established, and they play in the GSTL. But occasionally these players play each other in individual tournaments. And so far the Elephants are kind of stomping all over the non-Elephants. KESPA players were in 3 of the 4 quarterfinal spots for the GSL, the Korean Premier League, and now KESPA versus KESPA in the final. And when the two did go head-to-head, there were only 3 matches, because mostly it's KESPA players versus KESPA players now. When they did go head-to-head, it was 3-0 ESF. So Elephant's doing pretty well. Cat's not doing so well, right, Zoe? Cat's not doing. Cats are falling asleep and falling off of couches. So we're gonna go right to the game of the week, and this is a fun one. We're gonna go through skip through a bit of it, but then go and show the whole ending, because the ending is absolutely fantastic. This was a placement match, actually, to get back into Premier League. This was not a Premier League match, but it was Roro, the Zerg player from Korea, who was the previous GSL champion, versus Parting, Protoss player, also from Korea. These are both KESPA players, who was the world champion last year. And yeah, it was an epic match, and it came down to the wire. So let's take a look at that. Okay, so just to set up here, we have Roro up in the top left corner in purple, and we have Parting in the upper right in blue. And the beginning of the game, it was just a lot of Zerg. And Parting is like, no, force field out, don't come in my base. No, don't come in here. There's a lot of you shall not pass going on here. Parting built a lot of Phoenixes. Well, he will build a lot of Phoenixes later in the match. And Roro is just like, no, I will destroy you. And Parting is like, no! Force field! Epic force field placement there, trapping a whole bunch of roaches. Parting go up to 3 bases. Did some Phoenix harass early on, so got a few drones. So it was fairly even footing. Normally the Protoss, if they go Phoenixes, they need to get a few drone kills. Here they just fly by and get nothing and get destroyed by Mutalisks. But they did get some drone kills earlier. And nice surround there with the force fields. So Parting's doing pretty well here. In fact, Parting very close in supply, 138 supply to 146 of the Zerg. And in a PVZ, this is pretty close. Here comes the Mutas to harass, but Parting's got blank stalkers. No biggie, I got this. I got it. Yeah, get out of my house, get out of my base. Those Mutas are forced to retreat. So it seems like a fairly stable game here, fairly standard game at this point, kind of back and forth. So we're going to skip ahead a little bit, because we don't have time to show the whole entire game. Here, still not much happening. Parting's built some more Phoenix. He's got, look at that army supply. Let's just pause that there. This armies and workers, Protoss a little bit lower, but that's normal for a PVZ. Zerg is maxed out. and Protoss is almost maxed out. So here we are, we're at 11 minutes in the game, or 16 Blizzard minutes. Yeah, Blizzard minutes are not the same as regular minutes. And Parting's doing pretty well. He's holding on, but Zerg is up to 4 bases, so Zerg is doing pretty well too. Aurora is doing awesome. Let's skip ahead a bit. Now we've got a lot of Corruptors, and the Corruptors are like, well, we can't. What are we doing? Why are we even here? We can't. Now what they're really doing is they're fighting the Phoenixes, even though the Phoenixes outrange them, and the Mutas are still around. So both sides are maxed out. You figure this is going to come down to maybe one big epic battle. And here's a Colossus patrolling the front. The Roro does a great job picking off the Phoenixes here. And so Parting decides, okay, I got to push. I'm at 200 supply. He's actually, look, he's at higher supply here. He's at 180 versus 170. So Roro does the counter push with the Corruptors and Mutas, goes in and does a number on this third base. So Parting's like, I was going to kill you. No, I can't kill you. I have to come back. But then he just decides, no, I'm not going to come back. I'm going to go into this base instead. I'm going to destroy this base. And look at all the units Parting is building. Now the Mutas, this is a nice combo, Mutas and Corruptors. The Corruptors keep the air units away like the Phoenixes. So Phoenixes versus Mutas with the range would destroy Mutas. But the Corruptors are like, no, guarding. Some more Mutas hatch. These Mutas doing pretty well. These Phoenixes are getting stuck. But Parting has destroyed the Zerg's third base. Now notice the Zerg has expanded down on the south. Right down here on the bottom. But Parting's got a real death ball. And he's just destroyed the Spire. And he's destroyed pretty much everything the Zerg has. Well, not everything. He's destroyed a base. Zerg still has the ninja base, but you know, main base is all mined out, so it's really 3 base versus 3 base here. Protoss is feeling pretty happy about himself. And here come the Immortals on a little scouting mission. They're like, hey guys, what's going on? Oh, we cannot hold. But look at the damage they do to this hatchery here. This hatchery is almost going to go down, but no, it's not going to go down. Nice transfuse there. I think it was transfused. I hope it was transfused. Okay, so Parting finds the ninja base at the south. No ninja expo for you. And now this game is really evening up. In fact, Parting is ahead in supply here again. And he's got the death ball, he's got all these stalkers, a lot of sentries for force fields. And he's just going to wander over the map. The Phoenixes are still, they're damaged, they're bruised, but they're still cruising around, checking things out. And Roro's like, well, what can I do? My third is destroyed, my ninja expo is destroyed, I'm now on 3 bases versus 3 base Protoss. And Protoss is feeling pretty good. So here come the Phoenixes, picking off the Mutas a little bit. Corruptors say, no you! Push them away. And here comes the army. 4 Colossi, a lot of sentries, a lot of stalkers, they're blink stalkers. Well upgraded, of course, all the upgrades by this point. He's got an observer, so he gets some, oh, maybe those were fresh creep tumors. I don't know if he's got an observer here. And he just comes in. I was like, I'll destroy your natural. No, you. And the Mutas and the Corruptors say, I get out of here. So Parting takes out the natural, and now he looks like he's got this. Roro, meanwhile, doing another expand out here to his own former third base. Oh, hello. Hello, expand. Goodbye, expand. You're done. You're gone. And this huge amount of overlords, I don't know what they were doing. I've watched this match several times already. I still don't really understand it, but believe me, it gets much less understandable as time goes on. So here comes the unbeatable Protoss Death Ball. Getting a few mutas being hatched here and saying, oh, you tried to re-expand to your fourth. Yeah, I'm going to kill that. He's got some zealots in there for tanking. But this muta ball is pretty deadly. Of course, this main is long since mined out. Parting scouts that with the hallucinated Phoenix. It's a great job. And he's going to send a couple of zealots up to discover a new expansion. You can see it blinking there in white. We're not observing it at the moment. But yeah, Roro's trying to expand everywhere. You can see he's expanded at the bottom left as well. And look at those cannons. It's like, no! No! Your army will not come! Seriously, this is the two best players in the world, and they build that many cannons. I'm not going to feel badly about building cannons anymore. Uh-oh, what's happening here? Mutas, Corruptors, and they run away from the... Oh, are they running away? Yeah. The Stalkers, Blink Stalkers, and the Phoenixes, picking some of them off, picking a few Corruptors off while the Colossus... Pew, pew, pew! Okay, Parting's trying to build a fourth here, and Roar spots it with Zerglings, denies that. But Parting has also found the southern leftmost base here and destroyed that, and destroying all the drones. Om nom 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 nom. Okay, he's going to destroy all the... Yes, there he goes. You will not leave! And meanwhile, the Corruptors just sort of being annoying to the Phoenixes being annoying to the Corruptors. Okay, but what's Roar's position now? He's ninja expanded again to his old ninja expand. Parting's bases are probably getting dried up, but he's got 195 supply. Zerg's is 152. Yeah, he's expanding again, and Parting scouts this. Okay, so at this point we're like, yeah, Parting is definitely going to win. Like, because look at that. He's like, oh, I spotted your other expansion. I'm going to kill it again. But check out this. The mutas come from behind. Uh-oh. 2 Colossus, 3 Colossus. All Colossus are down. And this huge army is like, oh, this is a powerful army. Nice Blink Stalkers back and forth. There's a huge battle. Phoenixes are the Corruptors putting green corruption goo down on the Phoenixes. Now they're backing away. Parting's like, oh, I can't expand there. He's mined out from all 3 bases now, including the giant one with many cannons. And he runs away to his cannon, but look how few Stalkers are left. Okay, yeah, Parting has no bases. But Roro, sorry, my brain just went for a vacation there. Roro, yeah, Roro has no bases. Parting has no army. He's building some Archons here to try and fight back. And oh, there's really nothing happening here. This base, there are no drones on it. The natural still has some minerals because it was destroyed so early on that when he re-expanded there were still some minerals. And look at Parting long distance mining. He doesn't have enough to build a nexus, but he's got this huge army and he's going to kill this new base again. Well, it's only the second time he's killed this base. He kills some spore crawlers that were just dying anyway because there was no creep, and he kills everything there. And he's got some High Templars, so he's got some damage. He's got Storm, and the supplies are even, 116 to 119. Well, kind of even. And now this is where the game starts to get a little crazy. Roar is still mining, but minerals are getting low. Parting is long distance mining to try and get enough money for Nexus. Ah, and he's got to be careful with those Phoenixes. Oh no! No, get away. You see the range is just a little bit more. But a little bit more. It's like really close. It's like 1 extra unit of range. And Roar's got Corruptors and fast moving Mutalisks. The Corruptors are getting a little damage there, so you know, the Blink Stalkers could take them out. Here come the Phoenix to try and get a few more. The Archons need to get a few good shots. Here the Archons get Magic Box surrounded. The Mutas coming in, and the Mutas are taking down all the Archons. Now you see, there's a mistake. Big storm! Another storm! Oh, but then now many of the Templars are taken out. The Templars are caught! Ah, storm! Ah, huge storm everywhere! Ah! No, Phoenixes! Oh, the Mutas are all damaged. Okay, there are a few Phoenixes left, and yeah, Parting is still... Look at all those probes. Look at all those probes. There's no mining going on for Roro, or very little. And a nice transfuse there on the Corruptor. This game's getting absolutely crazy. Here come the Phoenixes. They're just poking in. They're like, look at 2 tiny little mineral patches. Hardly any money left. Roro has like tiny amount of income. You see his income going up very slowly. He's at 60 supply. Parting's at 62, but he has enough money for a Nexus now. He can build a Nexus, and he just built one. I just saw the we didn't see it, but there it is. He just built it. He's been trying. Oh, the Archons are like, nope, nope. Sorry, Zerglings. Sorry, Zerglings. Oh, we're going to kill all you Zerglings. Okay, so now Parting is like, okay, I got this. I got this. That was a little dicey there, but look. Roar has no minerals. You can't see this, but seriously, Roar has no minerals. And 59 supply. But he's still got these Corruptors and Mutas. And they're going to, okay, Phoenixes, kind of, Pokeon, Spore Crawler. Okay, can't, really nothing happening there. Supplies 66 to 67. This is a half an hour game now. And supplies are 66 to 67. Or 57. I'm just waiting for that Nexus to get going. It takes so long to warp in. Oh, lost a Phoenix. Run away, run away. Mutas are like, yeah, we're cool. And we got lots of cannons here. I don't know what that probe's doing. But when will that Nexus warp in? Party's like, come on! I need the Nexus. Okay, Nexus is warped in by now. But oh no, the Mutas! Oh, Storm! And the Archons are surrounded. Look at this surround. The Archons, every Archon is taken down. What? What? No! No! Oh my god. What's happening? Okay, the Nexus is up. Nexus is up, but we have 3 Phoenixes against this huge Muta thing. And okay, the Corruptor Zone of the Phoenixes. The Mutas are taking down the probes. Oh, one Phoenix goes down. All the Stalkers are coming in one at a time. Oh, blinking away. Blinking away. There's this one Stalker gets away. And they're blinking. And then the supplies are 38 to 36. And the Stalkers are blinking. And this one Stalker is almost going to die. It's just got to get the Muta. No, it died. Oh no. And the last Stalker takes out one more Muta. And there are 3 Mutas left. Supplies are 35 for Parting, 41 for Roro. And 2 more Stalkers come in. If they can get this Muta... Okay, this game is still going. Uh-oh, here comes Zerglings. Mutas are killing probes. Corruptors can't do anything to the ground, but they can corrupt the Stalkers. They can increase damage taken on the Stalkers. Supplies are 26 to 41. Roro is still not really mining. Uh-oh. All the Stalkers, all the Zerglings come in, the Zerglings! Zerglings taking out probes! All the probes go down! And that's it! Parting's a 2 supply! GG! And Roro wins. Roro's like, yeah, whatever. Yeah, no biggie. Yeah, that's fine. That's what I do. It's just, no big deal. Whatevs. Yeah, brush your hair. And Parting is like, what? Oh, what? What? What happened? Okay, so. That was the game of the week. We showed a lot more of that game than I watched. It was just so much fun, and I had so much fun going through. And definitely go watch that game. It's on gomtv.net. You can listen to proper commentators commentate it, and not silly people like me. But that was fun. We are now nearing the end of our show. We're going to do plays of the week. We have only one play of the week, but it's awesome. It's worthy of the name play of the week. So let's go to that. This is WCS America. This is the deciding game, game 2. Here we're already up 1-0, playing really well against Suppy. And what do you do when you have a Warp Prism and you want to drop units with it, but you don't want your enemy to destroy your Warp Prism? Well, the answer is simple. You hallucinate your Warp Prisms. Okay, here's just a Void Ray going down randomly for it's hallucinated Warp Prisms! Yes, and there's the real Warp Prism. So meanwhile, I was like, oh my god, Warp Prisms! Oh my god, attack! Oh, Warp Prism! Oh, another Warp Prism! 3 Warp Prisms! No, none of those are real. Look at that, he's defending everywhere. He's like, Warp Prism! And then the real Warp Prism comes in, drops off the stuff, gets out of range of the Spore Crawlers. Thank you very much. Warp in a few more Zealots. Warp in some Dark Templars. Okay, here's another play of the game. This is why I did this. Look at the Zealots. They got to get this. They got the Spore Crawler. Get the Spore Crawler. Get the Spore Crawler. Okay, no detection. And they kill some more stuff. And that's it. That was the play of the week. Hallucinated Warp Prisms. Hallucinated Warp Prisms. Thumbs up. Good job, Hero. That actually brings us to the player of the week, which I really wanted to be Hero. Well, I didn't want it. I thought Hero was an obvious choice. He went 2-0, qualified for the round of 8. Easy peasy, round of 8, North America, Premier League. And oh, there's a little thing he did in Pro League. Killed a whole bunch of players to win a Pro League match. Yeah, let's. That was the big Pro League match where EGTL beat Samsung Khan. Let's bring that up. There's Hero. What did he do? He didn't know which thing to click on. Ah, click on everything. Okay. Oh yeah, there we go. EGTL, Pro League, round of 5. He beat a bunch of guys. Anyway, that's Hero. Korean Protest plays for Team Liquid. Yeah, definitely candidate for Player of the Week, but in fact, you got a sneak peek at it. We're actually going to call Daishi the Game of the Week. It's based on seeing a thread in Team Liquid and the achievements of Daishi over the last couple of days. Gained a spot in the M Cup via qualifier, defeating most notably Arthur, Tefel, and Sting. Some good Korean players there. You got all kill of Quantic. That was the window I was on earlier. Yeah, this actually happened. Daishi beat Hyun, Stardust, Hwangsin, Center, and then Hyun again for the 5-0 pounding of Quantic Gaming. And then he just appeared in Premier League again. Let's go back and see that. He beat a whole bunch of people. He beat Elfie. And then the next round, he's like, okay, I beat Elfie. I guess I'll beat Hasuabs, good Protest player from Germany. And then round of 16, oh, I guess I'll beat Strelok 2-0. So Daishi is 18 years old. He's from France. He's kind of an up-and-coming player, playing for Millennium. And a lot of good players came from Millennium, including Stefano and Huck. So Millennium's a great team for finding new talent. And good for Daishi. So Daishi gets our Player of the Week for this week. Good job. Yeah, oh, and and the other achievement showed in the Team Liquid thread, besides gaining a Premier League spot and killing Quantic and the M Cup, he also gained my love, according to the thread in Team Liquid. So yeah, that's about it for this week in Starcraft. A little bit of a crazy show this week, but I'm excited. Got my EG hoodie going with EG. We got pizza on the brain. We got a lot of exciting matches this week. We had some good plays, some amazing games, and the final thoughts. I was going to talk a little bit about the whole rivalries of different groups and countries. You know, you've got in Korea, you've got the Elephants, the KESPA players against the ESF, and a lot of the ESF players aren't even in Korea anymore because now they're playing in North America and some of them in Europe. So you got rivalries there. You got all these rivalries. Does it matter? Is this important, or should we root for, as some posters say on sites like Team Liquid, a lot of people will say, no, I just want the best games. I don't care about the nationalities. I don't care if it's a white person or a Korean person, or a Korean person who's born and raised in the US and therefore American, or a Korean person who's born and raised in Korea and therefore Korean. I just want to see the best games. And there's some truth and validity to that. We all want to see good games, but it's also fun because it's sports to have, well, it's esports. Esports. This is what it is. It's esports. Oh my god, you can't see it. Oh my god, it's not happening. Come on, esports shirt. Come on. There you go. There you go. Esports. It's esports. Okay? We wear esports with pride. We like our rivalries. It's fun. It's not something to be taken serious because we like it when underdogs win, you know, upsetting the Korean giants. It's not because we don't like Korea. We love Korea. It's one of the greatest countries in the world. It's just upsets are fun. And yeah, and rivalries are fun, and elephants are fun, and all this is just in good fun, and we shouldn't take it too seriously. And my final thought I will give to my cat, Zoe, who has been very patient. Oh, yes, I think, yes. I think esports is really a lot of fun, and rivalries are cool, and you should all watch more Starcraft. Yeah, so that's about it. Thanks for tuning in. Thanks for watching. We'll see you next week with more Starcraft. So take it easy.